Hey, Brian here from electronicsintocash.com, and I'm going to show you how to set up your iPhone 3G or 3GS. First thing you want to do is turn your phone on. You do that just by holding the power button here until some screen pops up, and then you can let go. Our phone's already on, so we're just going to tap it. If your phone's on, you can make it come up by either pressing the power button or pressing the home button and then slide to unlock. When you first turn on the phone, if slide to unlock doesn't register, that's fine. Just give it a few seconds, and then the phone will fully boot up and you'll just be able to slide to unlock. The next thing I want you to do is take your SIM eject tool, which every phone will come with, and stick it in this hole right here until your SIM tray pops out. And then you can pull it out and put your normal size SIM card in here, not a micro or a mini or a nano. This is a normal size SIM card. Just place that in there. And now we'll move on to the other buttons while that searches. If you don't get searching right away, just go to settings, turn airplane mode on and off, and you should go to searching. If it still says no SIM, turn the phone all the way off by holding down the power button until slide to power off comes up. Slide to power it off, wait for it to go all the way down, or turn all the way off, and then turn it back on. And then it should go to searching. Now while that searches, we're going to test our vibrate button. Make sure that it goes to silent and you can feel it vibrate, and then test your volume button, test your home button, test your touch screen by just going back and forth all the way down. Now we're going to go and test our Wi-Fi by going to settings, Wi-Fi, choose your Wi-Fi network. This is assuming you have Wi-Fi, obviously. We're already connected, but you might have to put in your password if you have one. Once you're connected to Wi-Fi, you can go to Maps, and then don't wait for the screen to load. Just go ahead and hit that button there, and then it might ask you to allow it to use your location. Just hit OK. The screen might not load until it asks you to use your location. So again, don't wait for it to load. Just go ahead and hit that button. And what should happen? See, I've already found my location, but I'll move away. It should go straight to your location. Since it's already found mine, it's kind of quick. If it doesn't zoom in right away, just give it a second and it'll go in. That makes sure that your GPS is working correctly. The next thing we're going to test is our camera. Just open it up. If you have a 3GS, you can switch between still picture and video, and we'll just take a picture. And then you can go to your pictures by just clicking this button here, and then you delete them, or you can go to your camera roll, and then you can see all your pictures, and you can delete them by going in, clicking the trash can and say delete. We're going to leave this one to send a picture message. I'll show you how to do that here in a second. And the next thing we're going to test is both speakers and our microphone. So we go to voice memos, wait for it to go all the way over, and hit record, and just say check, 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 and then stop, and then hit that button again. Check, 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 check. And since you could hear it, that means that our microphone was working, which is down here, and our external speaker was working, which is down here. But now we want to test our top speaker and our proximity sensor. So we're going to turn off speaker mode. We're going to hit play and then cover up here. So it's kind of quiet, but we could hear it, or I could hear it work. So we know the top speaker works, and the screen went blank. The screen goes blank during a phone call or when you're listening to anything from the top speaker, and this is covered up, which is presumably supposed to be covered up by your ear when you put it up to your ear. That way you don't hit buttons with your ear and you're not doing stuff unknowingly. So now that we have service, we're going to go in and make sure that it's working. First thing I want you to do is go into the phone and call your voicemail. If you only have one bar, this will solve that. Don't worry.
T-Mobile 4G.
Alright, so now if you only had one bar, after you make your phone call to your voicemail, it should go up here in 5 to 10 seconds. Now, that's it for checking all the functions. Now I'm going to go over a few things that are pretty basic. So if you've had an iPhone before and you know how to use it, you can stop watching here. If this is your first iPhone, I'm going to show you some of the basic functions of the phone. The only other thing I want everyone to check for is that there's no damage. You can tell by the box that it was sent in. If the shipping box looks okay, then the phone will probably be fine. We package our phones up very, very well. Or at least we try to, but if the box is really damaged, make sure you look at your phone, make sure there's no cracks or anything like that. You want to do all of this immediately with the plastic still on the phone. That way if there's a problem, you can just send it back to us with the plastic still on it. We'll repair whatever needs to be repaired or give you a refund if necessary, but we'll make it right no matter what. So make sure you check it all immediately, and leave the plastic on it until you're happy with the phone. So again, if you had an iPhone before, you can stop watching now. I'm going to go over the App Store, and I'm going to go over Cydia, how to make contacts, how to make phone calls, and how to send messages. We're going to start with making a phone call. Obviously, you just go to the phone, and then you're going to want to go to Contacts, and let's add somebody in here that you know. That way you can make sure that the phone is working. We'll say add, and we're going to add Jen, and say her phone number is 555-5555. And then just hit done. You can put in other things here, home number. You can make your own ringtone for her and whatnot. But we'll hit done. And then let's say we want to call Jen. Normally we would be at contacts. We just hit Jen, and then you hit her number, or whichever number you want to call. If you have a different home number, you just click that number there, and it'll call Jen. Obviously Jen's not a real person, so this call will fail. And then let's say we want to send her a message. You can do that right from here. But I'm going to show you a different way to do that. But let's also say you have a couple hundred contacts now. You've had your iPhone for a little while, and you only talk to your family the most. So you want to go to Jen. Let's say she's your sister. Add to favorites, and then you can just go to favorites, and you have just the people you want immediately. And then if you have somebody you don't talk to that much, they'll be under contacts still within your hundreds of contacts that you have. So that's pretty much it. Obviously your keypad is just to call any random number, and your voicemail calls your voicemail. Now let's say we want to send Jen a message. You can do it the way that I just showed you, or you can just go to the messaging app, which I just opened, and just type in J. You have a bunch of J's come up, so UJEN, you know, any amount, and then just click on Jen. And then once it goes to this little green bubble, that means it's registered. And then you can type in your message, hey Jen. And then just make sure you send this to somebody you know. Make sure your text messages are working. And we'll say send. Make sure that that actually goes all the way through. It's sending. This will obviously fail since Jen isn't real. And then what I want you to do is try to send a picture messaging. You can do that by clicking the little camera icon there. And you can either take one or choose an existing one, your camera roll. Since we took one earlier, we'll just use this one. And then try to send that. Now that will probably fail. That's perfectly okay. I'm not going to wait for it because obviously we know it's going to fail. Just go to our website, electronicsintocash.com, go to the help section, and then let's say you have T-Mobile. Click on something like choose correct settings for T-Mobile on unlocked iPhone. If we don't have your carrier, just write to us and we'll post it on our website. And it'll walk you through where to go, but it's going to be settings, general, cellular, cellular data network, and then it'll give you the settings of what to put in here, and that will make your picture messaging work. And also your data. This is where you find your web browser, Safari. Let's say you don't like Safari, or you want to download some other apps, some games. Just go to App Store, search for an app, and then you can create your Apple ID. Don't worry about creating it right away. Just search for the first app that you want. I've already searched for Google Chrome. Let's say we don't like using Safari, so we go to Google Chrome. We just go to search, type in Google Chrome, and if we know we want it right away, you just click free and then install. Or alternatively, you can open the app, and then we can see the details. You know, you get some screenshots, you get the more written, detailed description, and then you can go to reviews. And you can go to the current version or all versions. Always go to current version, because you can see in this case Google must have added some features that people didn't like. And if you go to all versions, Google obviously has a good reputation, so they're going to have lots of 5 stars. But something's wrong with their current version. I don't even know what it is, but they're getting lots of bad reviews, so you might not want to install that. But from here, you can always click free and install app. Once you do that, you'll have the option of creating a new Apple ID, and that's how you set it up. If you have any other questions about anything at all, please feel free to write us a message on eBay, on our website, electronicsintocash.com, and like us on Facebook. We always put promotions on our Facebook page, and we'll have new updates about Cydia, which we'll explain on our website. It's basically an app store for third-party apps. We always have App of the Week, so you can see different apps are in there. And yeah, you can write us directly at electronicsintocash@gmail.com also. Thanks for looking. If you have any questions, please feel free to let us know. We're always here to help.